looks with the cotton paper, and it helps a lot because usually when we are painting on the plein air, paper is getting dry faster because... My name is Darya Mitta. I'm a watercolor artist and I will be your instructor for this watercolor course focused on urban landscapes. In this course, we will explore how to capture the rhythm and atmosphere of the city using what... And I'm covering this part with warmer colors, a bit more bright, clean yellowish shades. Now it looks pretty dark because we are comparing the color of the sky, which I'm painting now, with a white color around, but when we have another part with the darker colors, we can see that it's really light. So, and here I'm blending, I will put it on the flat position, blending this part, and left side I'm going to make darker with the strokes, the clouds. I'll take Blue Royale and a little bit Indanthren blue here, and Payne's gray in this area. And I'm going to make strokes, and I'm changing the position of my brush to make these strokes not straight, not flat. It will be made by round strokes with a different position to show this feeling of the clouds. And be careful with this part, because when we touch the yellow color with something bluish, we can get the green shade very easy. So try to use more quinacridone sienna or violet to make softer transition between yellow and blue part. It should be through violet, through the brown colors. And after that, when you made this transition, you can take again brighter blue and make few strokes with a brighter blue, for example, over here or even here, but try to avoid the connection between yellow and blue. So we can add a bit more strokes to make clouds here. Again, I touched the paper and I understood that it's getting more greenish. I took orange mixing and made few strokes with the orange color, and here a bit more blue, and try to keep this part lighter. If you feel that it's too dark, you can take water and blend the pigment to make it lighter. So sky should be pretty light. We already can feel this movement of clouds a little bit, and this part we should to wait until it will be dry and continue with the water area. For this area in the water, I'd like to show these highlights on the water because it's a very textured area and we can feel the difference between this part. Made too dark or wrong color or want to change something, we can wash out the pigment from the paper, and it's important to make it with water, because when we are taking this small synthetic brush and trying to remove pigment with almost dry brush, we can damage the paper and it will be very dirty, because we can damage the paper, have small pieces, and it's not easy to remove pigment with a small brush. If we want to wash out the colors from the paper, we should take water, big brush, and wash out it with water with gentle touches. Make it lighter without damaging the paper. If we want to make just small part lighter, we can also touch it with the water, dry the brush, and remove this part. Don't damage. a lot of water again, and let's make it brighter, maybe a little bit violet and more yellowish over here to make it warmer. If you feel that here is not enough contrast between land, between bridge and the water, don't worry, let's make this wash, and after we can add more dry brush strokes here on the top. So now we should to make the foreground with a good contrast, and it shouldn't be dark, it should be pretty light, because we have to paint the cast shadows here, and it will make the contrast on the light surface. And try to make it lighter closer to the water part and darker closer to us, to show the depth and to show the air perspective. You can make a few splashes, not here, to make this area just a little bit more textured. And do you remember I was talking that it's nice to make a color combination with warm washes, have something blue, and in cold something warm, so we can touch a little bit. It can be stroke or it can be drops with a blue color. The composition I will show you later. I have 4 types of composition. It's a framed, when I make with the pencil lines on the paper to frame the size which I would like to use, and I use full sheet like here. So here the full sheet, here the framed part, and I use the objects like paint one element. It can be tram, or it can be plant, or portrait of somebody, or architectural element. So maybe I will find it here, and you can divide it to the smaller parts. Like this. I have a tram, so if you look at here, it was the sketches from Belgrade, and here I was sitting in the cafe and I made the frame. It helps to catch the composition, and nearby I made another part with a smaller size. Here also, and here also I used almost full sheet with broken edges, and here I made more precise frame to make sketch brush. And that's it. We finished with